Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip?
Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. Back to reality, oh, there goes gravity, oh, there goes rabbit, he choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up, daddies, he know he won't have it, he knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter, he's dope, he knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant, he knows when he goes back to this mobile home, that's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. The soul's escaping through this hole that is gaping. This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order. A normal life is boring, but superstardom's close to postmortem. It only grows harder, homie grows hotter. He blows, it's all over, these hoes is all on him. Coast to coast shows, he's known as the globetrotter. Lonely roads, God only knows he's grown farther from home. He's no father, he goes home and barely knows his own daughter. But hold your nose, cause here goes the cold water. These hoes don't want him no more, he's cold product. They moved on to the next mo who flows. He knows dove and sold nada. Sold the soap opera, but the beat goes on. Let him. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. More games, I'ma change what you call rage. Tear this motherfucking roof off like two dogs' cage. I was playing in the beginning, the mood all changed. I've been chewed up and spit out and booed off stage, but I kept rhyming and stepped right in the next cipher. Best believe somebody's paying the Pied Piper. All the pain inside amplified by the fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5, and I can't provide the right type of life for my family. Cause man, these goddamn food stamps don't buy diapers, and there's no movie, there's no Mackay Pfeiffer. This is my life and these times are so hard, and it's getting even harder trying to feed and water my seed plus. See the thought I caught up between being a father and a prima donna. Baby mama drama screaming order too much for me to wanna stay in one spot. Another damn monotony's gotten me to the point I'm like a snail. I've got to formulate a plot or end up in jail or shot. Lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. Success is my only motherfucking option. Failure's not. Mama love you, but this trailer's got to go. I cannot grow old in Salem's lot, so here I go, it's my shot. Feet fail me not, this may be the only opportunity that I got.
You can do anything you set your mind to, man.
you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, it's a new life. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new day, it's a new life.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
The Milwaukee Mile, ladies and gentlemen, all the way up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Get ready for some short track racing here tonight with Goat Locker with the Truck Series presented by Relevant, folks. Good evening, folks. I am the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Got the Australian Dean Hopton Biggles up here in the broadcast booth. Going to be giving you some fantastic camera angles and also be doing a little co-commentating with me here this evening, folks. It's been a long season right here with Goat Locker here on the Thursday Night Truck Series. We've seen a lot of great racing. Seen some crazy chaos to a certain extent. As you see the schedule before you, it started off at Talladega, and we're right here at the Milwaukee Mile here tonight. And from what I'm understanding, there is a race with RRP. I believe it is tomorrow night from what I heard. Don't quote me on that one, folks, but from what I understand, it's tomorrow night. So going to be a big night right here tonight. Obviously, Jeremy Gardner literally on a damn hot streak here in the Thursday Night Goat Locker Series. We'll see if he can continue to get or continue to keep that hot streak alive, folks. If this is your first time here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, you see the little thumbs up down there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Make sure if you do, or if you can, to make sure that you subscribe and like the Nazareth 360 Racing Network here on YouTube. Tell your friends, tell your family. He'll tell your boss at work. Hell, I'm sure he'd love to see some sim racing on a beautiful Thursday night in virtual Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as we got drivers out on the track just finishing up their qualifying. As you see right there, I believe that is Craig Bontrager in the number 49 coming off a turn 4, getting a little bit loose, but he got it straightened out. And qualifying, folks, it is all wrapped up. And your Big Fish Barbecue Pole Award winner here tonight is going to be the number 29 of Mike George. There you see. Very, very awesome logo right there. Big Fish Barbecue, proud to have them as the sponsor with Goat Locker, and proud to have them as a sponsor for the Pole Award winner. And right behind that logo is the number 29. There he is, Mike George, on the pole. And while we're talking about him being on the pole, let's take a look at the guys that's going to be on the outside and all the other 22 drivers that's going to be trying to chase him here this evening. Mike George in the 29 is going to be on the pole, and about a tenth slower is Peyton Hubbard starting in that second spot. The hot streak man right now, Big Daddy Jeremy Gardner, is going to start in the third spot with Patrick Dravick, the big man for Goat Locker, in the 07, starting on the outside of row number 2 in P4. Jamie Mullins and Craig Bontrager, we just saw Bontrager doing a qualifying lap a second ago. He was able to get it in. They're going to be 5th and 6th. James Kaufman will start 7th. Timothy Wilms will start 8th. George Jewell, shout out to Shasta out there in the live chat. George Jewell is going to start in P9. Johnny Cofield is going to start in P10. Tyler Justice and Matt Knights make up row number 6, 11th, and 12th, respectively, with Kyle Plumstead starting in 13th. Chance Taylor in the number 14, he's going to start in the same place where his car number is, or truck number is, rather. He'll start in the 14th spot. Rusty Rafferty and Brandon Wallace, they're going to make up row number 8, 15th, and 16th. Timothy Jones will start 17th. Jeremiah Holt will start 18th, with Logan Sturgeon in 19th, and Mark Hollifield rounds out the top 20. The last two drivers did not take a time. The pink animal of Goat Locker, Keith Hady's going to start 21st, and Justin Klein's going to be 22nd of the 22 trucks here tonight on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network with Goat Locker. But yeah, folks, we got to bring in the second man of the broadcast team, the Australian Dean Biggles. Dean, how in the hell are we doing on a Thursday night, buddy?
Yeah, g'day, mate, g'day everybody, of course. Welcome everybody for the penultimate finale, of course, for the Truck Series. That's of the Goat Locker Summer Truck Series. Of course, I'm going to head into Australia soon, Jacob. It's going to be bloody freezing cold out there, my friend. It's going to be winter on the opposite side of the globe, but tune in. I'm pretty sure it's going to be hot and steamy and fired up in these trucks this evening there, Jacob. And Mike George looking pretty good too as well, because, you know, if you haven't tuned in, spoiler alert, he did a bloody good job last night.
Absolutely did a fantastic job. There you see the pace lights. I believe they are off. So we may be going green flag racing right here in just a second. Maybe not. Pace car tried to fake me out right there. So we're going to go one more lap. Maybe
correct,
not.
Jacob.
He faked me out. Hell, the pace car's throwing me off on a Thursday night. I may have had too many beers, but here we go. Green flag is in the air. Mike George gasses up. He's going to try to dive it down to the inside. Peyton Hubbard up top. He's going to try to get the run Gardner, Dravick, Mullins, the top 5 working their way off of turn number 2, hitting the backstretch for the first time.
This is where you're going to be easy peasy, take it advantage. Don't forget about Patrick DeBeck. He's not taking it easy on Mike George. He's dropped that place on Peyton. So the switch are wearing early in this one. We're under 115 big ones to go. Oh, in the fence is somebody.
Oh! Got 2 of them
That's
around.
George.
I believe that was Mike George. George and Jamie Mullins, both of them getting loose off turn 4. George gets the worst of it. Head on to the outside retaining wall. Caution is out before we even got them fired up right here, Dean.
I think I spoke too soon, Jacob, about taking it easy. They did last night, my friend, but unfortunately tonight they haven't. Now, probably explain this one. Mike George, of course, you could see in the inside, the outside there, this is 29, isn't he? Has he gone loosey-goosey? Yes, he has. And, oof. And the other one was a solo incident, wasn't it? Thank God nobody collected him, my friend. Wow.
Yeah, they got real close to tagging Mike George right there. There you see Mike George, the pole winner, your Big Fish Barbecue Pole Award winner. Obviously not the night that he wanted to have started out. Check out Jamie Mullins right here. You're going to see George up there on the top side. George just snaps loose, and Mullins just snaps loose. I think that may be a little bit of that egg up under the pedal that I talk about all the time, Dean. I think both of them may have stepped on it, maybe cracked that egg right there. Coming off of turn number 4, got him sideways, and there you see George going down pit road trying to get some damage fixed. Obviously, each one of these drivers does get a fast repair. It's not like tomorrow night with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. These guys, they do get a fast repair, and you know, Dean, it kind of sucks. I will be honest. It kind of sucks when you got to burn that fast repair literally before you even get going.
If they drive it select to do that, now how much damage did he take? He burnt the fast repair, of course, because he's back out there, Jacob. Exactly. Sometimes I feel it might be okay just to sit in pit road for a little bit and then take 2 or 3 laps, perhaps down there, and you know, suck it up, buttercup kind of thing, and then see how it pans out later. Because once again, if these other drivers get massive wrecks, then you can be zooming on by, my friend, because you've already fixed your truck.
Well, I mean, that's a good point on that, honestly. I mean, but, you know, this early on, I'm like you a little bit. I don't know if I would really worry about burning the fast repair, but it depends on if, whether or not he had a meatball flag right there. And meatball flag, folks, that means that there is required damage that they have to fix. And we'll see if Mike George did elect to do that. And I believe he did elect to take that fast repair. So he's got a completely brand new truck. But he's already at a disadvantage right now because he's already burnt that fast repair. Jamie Mullins, he kind of got lucky right there. He could have got himself in a world of hurt. May have hit the inside wall that we saw on the instant replay, but that truck still looks pretty good. So we'll see if he can try to get up there, muster it up, and try to tackle turn 4, which looks like it's kind of rough here this evening. We'll see how it works out. Peyton Hubbard on the front row. Patrick Dravick going to be to the inside. Hubbard's going to gas up. He's going to get in the restart zone. Green flag's in the air. Hubbard gets away. Pretty good jump right here. Now it's going to be Dravick and Craig Bontrager back here battling for the second spot. But Dravick, he's going to take that spot. Now Bontrager goes back to 3rd. Gardner and Joel up here. George Joel from 9th all the way up to 5th early on as they work their way into turn 3.
He's recovering a little bit there, Jacob, from a little bit of twirly-whirly incidents. Oh, we have a caution again there, Jacob. Now, it looks like Matt Knights, unfortunately, may have had a little bit of a tangle at the fence. I don't see any other information that I'm getting from race control there, Jacob. We'll go back and have a look at Matt Knights because I see he was dropping very quickly there, Jacob. Let's have,
boy, this was in front of it.
Yeah, 14, 74?
Chance
14.
Taylor.
Yeah, I think
Chance
you're right
Taylor
on.
in the 14 looked like he kind of, wow. Oh, this is rough right here, Dean. I mean, and you know, with short track, there you see Chance. I mean, he was trying to drive down and try to get to the inside of the 22 of Kyle Plumstead right there. But the bad part about it was that he drove down. He tried to jump down, and Brandon Wallace was there, and Wallace just tried to dive it in there. And to no avail, ends up tagging him in the left rear, slides him up the racetrack. Good wreck avoidance by everybody else. And then, wow, Taylor actually came down and got into Rafferty, and Rafferty damn near wrecked it too. So, you know, Dean, we'd love to talk about beef. We'd love to talk about all kinds of beef. I'm going to tell you right now, short track racing, you're going to get beef. One way or another, somebody's going to get mad.
I wonder why Mark Holofield went in there. I don't think he was involved, the 76 machine, in any collisions there, but maybe taking a little bit of an advantage. The back of the field there, Jacob. You really got nothing to lose at the end of the day, do you? Maybe if he's expecting there to be another wreck, he'll be able to zoom on by if drivers do happen to get into pit road a little bit later on. Another question I wanted to ask you, and welcome everybody in the chat too. We'll leave this one to the chat, Jacob. When do you expect the drivers to head into pit road to get some fresh boots and gasoline?
That's a pretty good
There's
one.
no stage
there,
breaks,
Dean.
remember? No stage breaks.
Absolutely. 115 laps here tonight. And it's going to be kind of crazy, folks. We got to give you a little bit of a heads up right here. Track temp's 105. Air temp is 71. So that kind of gives you a little bit idea. Track is a little bit hot out there, as you see the weather and all that good stuff right there on the right side of your screen. So we'll see if that ends up playing a factor in when these guys will elect to go down pit road. And I mean, Dean, it's short track racing. Everybody loves short track racing. Everybody loves the beef. They love the fights. They love drivers getting ticked off at one another. I got a question for you, and maybe a question for the fans out there. You're talking about when will these guys elect to go down and get those fresh boots? Will we see beef here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile? That's the question for everybody out there in the chat, and a question for you, Dean. What you thinking right here? You think we may get some beef out here?
Well, I bring my portable fold-up barbecue for you and I to fire up the beef on the barbie, my friend. So probably yes. There wasn't a great deal of beef last night. There was some fantastic racing. I'm expecting more of that actually this evening too. Some good wheel-to-wheel racing. Some saves last night, Jacob. Code Brown moments, and these gladiators managed to survive a lot of that. But guess what? We get to do it all over again. As Buddy's going to wave that flag in a second there, Jacob.
Yeah, we're not real cool with the Code Brown moments because they never end up good. You always end up getting in trouble out of it. As here we go. Green flag in the air. Hubbard, Dravic on the front row. Hubbard gasses up. Better watch out for that 42 of Jeremy Gardner. Gardner and Bontrager a little door banging going into turn one. Bontrager sent that sucker, but now Gardner's going to get the run coming off of turn two and be able to slide right back by Bontrager. But Bontrager made it interesting right there, and Kaufman trying to make it interesting right here with, I believe that is George Jewell on the top side. Yes, it is. Joel on the top side trying to get it going, and we're going to get a green flag lap right here, Dean. Everybody clean and green right now.
Woohoo, we love clean and green at the moment there. George Jewell on a rampage as well too. 4 positions gained. So he's got his fan club out there. So come on, 36 is being shouted out. We can hear him. We can hear you, Shasta, from up here in the casting booth with all these trucks going around this fantastic circuit for the penultimate race of the season for Goat Locker Summer Series, my friend. Peyton Hubbard in the lead.
Peyton Hubbard trying to see if he can pull away. Dravic not too far back behind. Literally top 3 starting to pull away. The battle really is starting to get on for 4th. Bontrager back here trying to see if he can hold off George Jewell. Jewell trying to watch his tailgate. Kaufman's trying to make a run. Jamie Mullins back here maybe trying to make a run. Johnny Cofield up here 2 spots up from 10th up to 8th. Cofield doing a very nice job trying to keep it inside the top 10, but check out Mullins down to the inside of Kaufman. Gotta be careful. That turn 4, it can be a pain in the tail, as you see right there. Kaufman tries to save it, and he did save it, but Mullins is going to get the advance and jump up into that 6th spot. Going to kick Kaufman back to 7th.
Here comes Caulfield, but Caulfield and Caulfield, Kaufman and Caulfield, that's not a law firm, as what Wesley would say as well, too, but they're going for it 2 for now, 7 for 8, Jacob.
Big time battle right now going on there. You see Johnny Cofield down to the inside. One thing about these races, especially here in these trucks at this track, Dean, you're going to see a lot of guys downshifting going into 1 and 2 and even in 3 and 4 to try to get the rotation, get them RPMs a little bit jacked up and see if they can get that truck to rotate, because if you don't shift, you can burn up that right front tire very, very quickly. As there you see Brandon Wallace gonna take a shot. He's gonna get another shot. Tyler Justice gives him a tag in the back end. Wallace has to dive it down to the inside. Here comes Justice. Wilms is going to try to go around. Here comes Plumstead trying to get a run. Hell of a battle back here. Just inside the top 10 as Wallace comes up right in front of Wilms. Wallace gets loose, slides up in front of Wilms. These guys are driving like they're on a quarter-mile dirt track, more like a slick track up in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
It's not the Winter Olympics, it's the Summer Olympics, gentlemen, remember? Pay attention to that one. So don't go ice skating as just much this early there, Jacob. But wow, I was trying to get on board the drivers. You were mentioning about short shifting and downshifting and all that sort of jazz, Baker, but I don't think the drivers are going to give us the time. Look at this Hornet's Nest. Dingo's cave back here, my friend. We're going to have to go up to Craig, but because he is definitely putting the pressure right now on George Jewell.
Yeah, George Joel really going to take it down to the inside, see if he can try to keep it clean on the inside. Joel keeps it, gives him plenty of room. And now Bontrager, that is, we're going to call him Traeger at this point. Just go with Traeger. A little bit shorter, but Traeger up on that top side. Joel down on the inside. Mullins riding on board. Fantastic camera angle that you see before you from our great producer, Biggles. As you're riding on board with Mullins, watching George Joel get a little loose coming off of turn 4. Now Joel is going to keep it down on the inside, keeping Bontrager up on that top side. But I'm telling you, Dean, I mean, Joel's got to get out of the gas. He's trying to hold on to that truck as much as he can, but it looks like Bontrager's got his truck more stable than Joel does. And I think that's the disadvantage right now. Joel just can't gas up, slide up, and take the spot. He's trying to keep it off of Bontrager as much as he can.
We'll have a look at Mullins at the moment.
He's going to get loose.
Oh, yep, he got loose, all right. Exactly. Loosey-goosey up in the inside apron. Thankfully kept it out of the fence. But that will drop George Jewell back to about P7 and change. Still up some positions, believe it or not, there after that little bit of a mistake there, Jacob. But hey, you got to be in it to win it, my friend, and just keeping an eye there. I'm not going on board any drivers anymore in the cockpit. Every single time something happens, Jacob. How about we do it when it gets a little quiet?
Yeah, we'll see what happens right there as you see J.B. Mullins down to the inside. He's going to try to take a shot at Bontrager. Joel took a couple of shots, wasn't able to make it work. Now Mullins tries to see if he can dive down to the inside, not being able to make it work. He'll fall in line. Bontrager will keep 4th. Mullins to 5th. Cofield up to 6th from 10th. Good drive by Johnny Cofield in the 97. George Jewell back to 7th as the battle for the lead is starting to, I guess you could say, somewhat heat up. Bontrager, I'm thinking of Bontrager's riding on board with him. Patrick Dravick, about a half a second back from Peyton Hubbard. And Jeremy Gardner up here, about a second back from that battle. But we're going to stay with this right here because Mullins looked like he is a little bit faster than Bontrager right here. Mullins may have something for Bontrager here in the next couple laps.
He might be ready to go, I am faster than you, or his engineer going to Craig, Jamie is faster than you, confirmed. Craig's like, nope, not on my watch. Craig, unfortunately, Bontrager wasn't there last night, and he was in the championship hunt, of course, for the ARCA series. So he may have some point to prove here this evening, at least in the truck series, as Patrick was the spoiler alert winner of last night, but not crowned the champion. So he also is in the hunt, and there's a few drivers that are in the hunt. We'll go through that a little bit later on, won't we, Jacob, as to who could be crowned the series. Not tonight, of course, because as we mentioned, we still have one more. But hey, a good race win right now is going to put yourself at a big smile heading into tomorrow night's finale.
Absolutely. That's going to be a big one as you see Bontrager right here still trying to hold off Mullins. Shout out to some of you out there in the live chat reading some of the comments. Ray Ellenson, a big fan of Jake Ellenson. Wonder why, obviously his mom, but Ray out there loves the nicknames, but some of hers would not be nice for the broadcast. Well, I'll tell you what, Ray, go ahead, throw them out there. Let's see what happens. Maybe if they're clean and green, maybe we can read them off. And Jake out there, wow, Jake Ellenson chiming into the chat, maybe having a little beef with me. Says he doesn't get a nickname, I won't give him one. Jake, I tell you what, by the end of the night, by the end of the broadcast, I will have you a nickname one way or another, that being for Jake Ellenson. But right now, we're still watching this hellacious battle right now. That 4th spot, Mullins putting a lot of pressure right now on Bontrager. And both of them, Dean, as you would say, loosey-goosey, coming off of turn 4, really. Everybody looks stable off 2. But turn 4 is the one that I guess everybody's really, I guess it's throwing them for a loop, I guess you could say.
Nothing wrong, bit of loosey-goosey, of course, that happens in these trucks because they're really heavy on the rear. As you see, that battle still presuming between P4 P5. But lately, Patrick, the man, of course, behind the scenes, I'm going to shout out to Pat because Pat not only is racing and racing perhaps for a championship, he's also behind the scenes, isn't he, providing us all that juicy information and running this fantastic league, along, of course, with Jacob and everybody else. So hats off to them. The summer series is about to wrap up very, very soon, so you have a little bit of a break before you get into the chills of the winter, which, as I said, I'll be going to in about 3 or 4 days from now, Jacob. But you guys just enjoy. We have a little bit of a heat right now. before he gets
Yeah.
or freeze.
Well, I don't know about that, Dean. Down here in Georgia, we're not too happy with some of the heat, but I'll say this: we love the heat compared to all the white stuff and the snow and all that good stuff. As we're seeing Patrick Drabick up here trying to get going right here, trying to put a little bit of pressure, I guess you could say, on, I believe that is Peyton Hubbard right there, trying to put some pressure on him. Gardner up here trying to do the same thing, just trying to get there. I mean, it's some serious battles. Matter of fact, this is Mullins still putting the pressure on Bontrager. And, you know, he's had a couple of shots. He was down to the inside once or twice. But, I mean, George Jewell took a couple shots. You know, we saw that. He tried to take a couple shots, tried to get there, just was unfortunately just wasn't able to pull it off. You see some of the battling back here going on. And I mean, just seriously hard racing, literally all over the racetrack. That's what the Milwaukee Mile produces, which the Ellenson family really loves. Loves the Milwaukee Mile. Home track for the Ellensons here.
Yeah, we got your VIP tickets up there as well too, Ray and the family. Thank you very much. And Dougie, I hope Dougie's doing well. Please let us know. And they've got a racer in the family too. You got to remember that, Jacob. They got racers in the family in real life. They got racers in the family in virtual life. As Jamie cannot find a way around Craig, unfortunately, the 49 machine that's gained 2 positions. Jamie started that position. He's got a little mustache. He's like, I must ask you a question. For the doctor that's written on the side of Craig's. We have a wreck.
Oh, caution!
Tyler.
Tyler Justice stopped in the middle of the racetrack. And looks like he is going to put it into the pits. We'll see what happened to Tyler right here. Looks like this is just a normal thing, Dean. I mean, we've seen it numerous times so far this evening. Tyler Justice just loses it. I mean, he just loses it right there coming off the corner. And bam! Straight into the tire, or straight into the barrels. Folks, them barrels, I've talked about it before. They don't move. They're like a damn concrete wall. You hit them, water doesn't go anywhere, sand doesn't go anywhere, none of that goes anywhere. Just hard head-on impact. And I believe pits is going to be open right here, Dean. And I got a feeling, spoiler alert for the fans, I got a feeling right here that we're going to see just about everybody diving down pit road because, folks, with the strategy, with the tires and everything, they got 4 sets of tires. It's 3 in the pits, 1 on the truck. I got a damn good feeling every single one of them's coming down. They're going to put on fresh boots, as you would say, right here. And that's what it looks like that they're going to be doing. Everybody going down. Like I said, Hubbard going to lead the train, going to lead Dravick, lead Gardner, Bontrager, Mullins, and Cofield. And that's the top 6. The rest of the top 10, George Jewell, Keith Haney from 21st up to 8th. James Kaufman, 9th, and Mike George, good rebound for the pole setter. Check out right there.
Yeah, Jeremy,
Gardner. Holy hell. I didn't even know you could pit like that. I may have to think about that on my Monday night series with DSR Electric. I may have to try to pull that off. But Gardner going to get out in second. Hubbard is going to get out with the lead. And looks like everybody's still filing their way off of pit road. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break while we have that moment. Folks, don't go anywhere. You're watching Goat Locker on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
And folks, we're back here with Goat Locker here at the Milwaukee Mile. We're showing George Jewell, as Shasta has put out there in the live chat, would like to thank BCI Communications out of Tampa, Florida, for being a sponsor on the number 36 truck. So shout out to BCI Communications all the way down in Tampa, Florida, as we're going back green all the way up north here at the Milwaukee Mile. Peyton Hubbard gasses up, took the top side, jumped down in front of Gardner. Now Gardner in a side-by-side battle with Patrick Drabick. Caution is out, and Brandon Wallace in the 99, he is around a number of other drivers around as well.
That night, I think it was Jamie Mons, yes. And Logan, so let's have a look, specifically go back at that one. This is probably before the checkered flag even there, Jacob. Let's have a look. First of Logan. That's the 26 machine. Oh, it's this 97, I think. That's
Johnny Cofield.
Johnny Cofield.
Wow, Cofield dives it in hard going into turn one, locked the brakes up, back in, slides around, then the 26 slides in there. He goes around as well. A lot of drivers try to see if they can check up, try to not get in the middle of it. But Johnny Cofield, one of those drivers, goes around. Logan Sturgeon in the 26, he goes around as well. And then pretty much everybody just kind of drives straight into it. Brandon Wallace just almost missed it.
Wow.
Got tagged in the left rear by Logan Sturgeon sliding across the track. Tagged him in the left rear. It ends up getting him around as well. So big old pile up, I guess you could say, right there, going into turn number one, bringing out the, I believe that is the fourth caution.
Yes,
From
sir.
what I see, yes, it is the fourth caution. Right there, you see it on your pile line. Brandon Wallace going in, Johnny
But why did
Cofield
Brandon
going
go in?
in.
He wasn't involved. That was interesting in that one, wasn't it, Jacob?
Well, I mean, he was a little bit to a certain extent, Dean. I mean, he kind of got tagged in the left rear.
did he?
Yeah, I think, he got tagged in the left rear, and then the back end of the truck came up, and I believe it hit the wall. You see it right here on the instant replay. Cofield hit the inside right there on that
Good
barrel.
catch. Good
And then
catch.
there you see Wallace. Actually, I thought he hit it with the right rear quarter panel, but hell, he just backed the whole truck straight into the wall right there. So, probably going in, trying to get as much damage as you can face. Because remember, folks, they have a fast repair, but
Just
they don't have to
one.
use it. Yeah, but they don't have to use it. They don't have to use that fast repair. They can hold that fast repair for later on if they so choose to need it. So I believe that's why he was down pit road for quite some time right there. And went ahead and tried to get as much damage as he could fixed. Hold on to that fast repair because, I mean, we still got a long way to go. 115 laps, and we're on
82.
lap 33, so a long way to go. Yeah, thank you for the Australian math because it always beats the Georgia math, always.
Well, Jacob as well, too, what they could do is that you can nibble away at some of the repairs, right? So enough of the repairs that probably so that your truck is drivable. And then, obviously, if there's more cautions, you jump into pit road. If other people jump into pit road, nibble away a little bit more of those repairs. And then eventually your truck may be almost 100% complete without using that fast repair. So that's something else to take into consideration is the word I was looking for. I'm just reading the chat as well, too. So thank you, Ray, for sending me a message later on. And Jacob's going, come on, guys, clean it up. Oh, if Jacob has to come down here, and Jacob's up there in the audience. You can see Jacob. If Jacob comes down there and starts pointing at your cars as you drive past, you better behave yourselves, gentlemen. You don't want to get old Jacob upset.
And, we were talking about nicknames a while ago, Dean, and Ray has one out there in the live chat, but, Lord, I hope I don't get no beef out of this right here. I
Here we
mean,
go.
that's pretty rough right there. I mean, I said if it was clean, we would say it on the broadcast, Dean. So, I mean, I did say that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she puts out there Brandon Wallace, the crash dummy. So, I mean, Brandon, sorry. Don't have the beef with the redneck announcer. Don't have beef with anybody. It's all for fun. It's all for show.
I
Let's
like
not
that,
get-
but Jacob, you know what you do?
Yeah.
Because it happens in all sports, right? You get tagged by people or stuff like that. You come out and you fight stronger and you start winning races all the time, and then you can just go, are you sure? Are you sure? And then you kind of fight back that way. I think that's the best way, isn't it? Put your results where your loud pedal is. It's about to go loud again.
Yeah, everybody getting ready to go loud in green flag once again after our fourth caution of the event. Peyton Hubbard took the inside, jumps up. Now we got a battle going on between Gardner and Patrick Drabick. Both of them very, very well respected here in Goat Locker. Obviously the older Patrick Drabick and Jeremy Gardner riding that hot streak, trying to get him another win here with Goat Locker for the Truck Series presented by Relevant. Gardner's got to get clear. He's got to go to third. Bontrager is going to hold him fourth. Good bounce back for George Jewell, trying to hold on to fifth, but he's got company, son. Here comes Keith Haney in the 67. The pink animal of Goat Locker has worked his way from 21st all the way up to the top 5. Man, dang, this guy right here impresses.
Yeah, 16 positions up currently at the moment with 37 down, 79 to go. That is impressive, because if you're chipping away just a couple of positions every single lap, all of a sudden he may be challenging the number 7 in the lead.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is, Dean, is we see this numerous times, or we've seen it numerous times throughout the season, where Keith Haney started at the back, and then out of nowhere, he ends up being in the top 5. Just think, if Keith Haney would have qualified, where would he be? Where would he be in the points? Where would he be as far as win total goes throughout the season? But Keith Haney, maybe he likes the excitement. Maybe he likes to start from the back and try to make it a little exciting and try to drive up through the field. Some drivers are like that, Dean. So it looks like Keith Haney may be thinking like that. And I think he may be wanting to stay the hell away from this 3 wide back here at Milwaukee Mile. Rusty Rafferty up here in the middle of this. Timothy Wilms in the middle of this. Johnny Cofield, we saw him spin out a while ago. He took it down to the inside, and he shot right past both of them. So Cofield on a man on a mission, trying to at least get back where he started at, which was in the 10th position.
And Rusty lifted a little bit there. He said, I don't want no rusty nails in my car. My truck at the moment. Thank you very much. Craig at the moment, and Jeremy. And before we spoke too soon, Mark Hollifield, unfortunately, at the back of the field has, probably got a little corrosion on his truck. He's going to pit road too. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Mark Hollifield in his 76 goes around, and Brandon Wallace really, I guess you could say, really tested out that nickname that Ray Ellenson gave him about the crash dummy. We'll check it out once again. Hollifield gets loose all by himself. Yeah. Sturgeon, I believe it was, that ended up finishing him off right there. The Brandon Wallace, absolutely nowhere for him to go. Drives it straight into the left rear of Mark Hollifield. But, I mean, actually, that was Jeremiah Holt in the 73, so excuse me on that one. But, I mean, Jeremiah really didn't have anywhere to go. I mean, Mark was already getting loose. You'll see it right here. I mean, you'll see what happens. Hollifield dives it down to the inside, riding on board with Jeremiah Holt in the 73. There goes Hollifield. Hollifield sends it and then steps on it, went a little bit too much. There goes the back end. I mean, Holt got out of the gas. He tried not to run him over, but at some point, I mean, he just came straight down across his nose. Holt tags him in the tailgate and then sends Hollifield around. And like I said, Brandon Wallace, absolutely nowhere to go, tags him in the left rear, sends Hollifield around. Brings out another caution. We got a couple of guys going down pit road. Looks like Kyle Plumstead. He's going to elect to take the number 22 down pit road. Timothy Wilms, I believe that is. He is going to elect to go down pit road as well. Number of drivers, Jeremiah Holt going down pit road, as well as Brandon Wallace. Matt Knight's one of those drivers as well, going down pit road. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We got to pay some bills. Let you hear from some of our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And folks, that was Cruisin' Classics. Always love to see those old school cars. Dane, I know you're car guy like myself. Love to see those old school cars. And folks, we done this a couple of times with the Veterans for Life ARCA series. Give a shout out that last red car that you saw right there, that's going to be the mystery car here tonight. So if you know what that car is, shout it out there in the live chat. And if you're right, we'll call you out on the live chat. And, Dean, we kind of threw them for a loop right there. I think we kind of maybe screwed the audience up just a little bit because they wasn't expecting it. We ain't done it in a while, so maybe it threw them off for a little bit. Maybe we'll get another caution, which some of the fans probably don't want to see that. But, if we get another caution, we'll be able to play the ad one more time. And it's the last car, the red car at the end is the mystery car. If you know what it is, shout it out there in the live chat, but I got a feeling you'll be able to see it one more time before the night's over with.
Yeah, what do you reckon, Jacob? You know what? I'm not even gonna fly up to San Francisco to fly back to Australia. I'm gonna get that red car out of my garage, pick you up on the way because I could drive from Panama all the way up, of course, to Georgia through all those Central American countries. Pick you up, my friend, and I'll. Where do you want to go? Go up. Well, you know what? We'll go up to Milwaukee here right now. We'll say hello, of course, to the Ellingson family and so forth, as well as the Jewel family as well. But for now, we have to get this race done, my friend.
Absolutely. Pace Lights is out. Peyton Hubbard, Patrick Dravick, Jeremy Gardner, Craig Bontrager. Those four have been at the front all race long. Literally, green flag in the air. Hubbard's going to gas up. He's going to get away. Bontrager trying to go for third. He's going to get third. Now Gardner's going to get kicked back to fourth. Dravick still holding on to the second spot. Check it out. Now we got George Jewell trying to see if he can get him some of Keith Haney. But Haney dives it down to the inside. He's going to hold on to fifth. Jewell's going to take it to the top side. Here comes Kaufman down on the inside as well. Racing like it's the last lap on a 1 mile track here in beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Virtually here with Goat Locker. I'm telling you, Dean, these boys are putting on a hell of a show.
It's absolutely gorgeous weather as well, too. So let us know if you are in the great state of Milwaukee. If it's pretty similar at the moment, it's 106 degrees track temperature and a 71 degrees Fahrenheit, of course, in the daytime. It's not in the daytime, currently, where you are at the moment. But if it was earlier today, is it pretty much similar as we're seeing a battle between Jeremy and Craig? Again, brewing up there, Jacob.
Yeah, Gardner down on the inside, going to kick Bontrager up to the top. Here comes Keith Haney. Haney's the one out of those top four and top five. Haney's the one that has not been at the front all race long. Why? Folks, we documented he started 21st in the field, dead last out of the 21 drivers that elected to start here tonight. And Haney starting to put some pressure now on Bontrager. Bontrager up top. Haney down on the bottom. Haney trying to hold on. A lot of dirt track sideways coming off of turn 4, but both of them keep it straight. Haney's going to get the run. He's going to get him at the line. So Haney will go to fourth on this magical, I guess you could say, even though we got Murph's Magical Creations tomorrow night. But I'm telling you, Haney's on one hell of a magical run right now.
Oh, abracadabra. Here comes Keith Hanley. Exactly. Further back in the field there, you have a bit of a squabble, and the Hornets testing and throw a blanket over them, as you gentlemen like to say there in the United States of America. Big battle there, of course. James Kaufman, Mike George, Chance Taylor, and Caulfield all going for tooth and nail there, Jacob.
Caulfield actually starting to rally back, got himself up inside the top 10. Here comes Kaufman. Kaufman up top. He's going to get bypassed by your Big Fish Barbecue Pole Award winner, which is Mike George, starting to claw his way back to the field. He is going to go up to the 7th spot. He's going to kick Kaufman back to 8. Chance Taylor sideways,
Whoa.
literally sideways, dirt tracking it like it's Lucas Oil dirt late models, but he was able to save it. Hell of a save by Chance Taylor. And now Caulfield's going to dive down to the inside, but Taylor is going to get cleared. Dean, you were talking about some of the saves that y'all saw last night. I got a feeling that one may be on the damn highlight reel right there. Taylor damn near almost lost that truck, but with the driving and the presence of mind, was able to keep that number 14 straight. As now Mullins getting sideways trying to get around Caulfield.
You called it, Jacob. This is a good thing about the Goat Locker Summer Racing Series. These gladiators, my friend, can hold their own when the car gets loosey-goosey. For some reason, it's pointing in one direction, it's pointing in another direction. They somehow lift off the gas, they put it in the right direction and still keep going. It's amazing, and that requires a lot of skill. Crashes are one thing, and then plenty of drivers have them. I mean, we all know about that one. Jacob, you've been in a few of them too. However, it's the saves. They're just as credible, isn't it? To be able to save a truck like that in those dire situations, a fantastic skill.
Yeah, I really wish you wouldn't have brought up the
Sorry,
crashes,
Jacob.
Dean. I was just now starting to get over the 8-week wreck deal that I've had on the Monday night DSR.
I'm not
Electric
saying
Truck
you'll
Series.
crash. I'm just saying involved in crashes, because...
Well, you brought up crashes, kind of hurt
Sorry.
my feelings a little bit right there,
All right.
Dean. I'm going to remember that.
There
I'm
is
going
no,
to remember
there
that
is no
one.
C word to be used for the rest of the broadcast.
Yes. And folks, obviously the DSR Electric Truck Series here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, if you're free on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. You can see the Redneck announcer race in these exact same trucks on the Monday night series, and our great producer Dean Hopton obviously broadcasting and producing, as well as we're seeing a little bit of a battle back here. Kaufman trying to hold off Chance Taylor. Taylor tried to send it back in, almost stepped out once again. I'm telling you, he's driving the hell out of that number 14, trying to get around Kaufman to get this 8th spot. He's going to take another shot down to the inside, but to no avail. Kaufman's going to hold him off, and here comes Mullins. Jamie Mullins trying to work his way back up into the top 10.
They're actually choreographing this perfectly, and thank you, drivers, so that they give us an opportunity to keep an eye on the battles that are happening in the midfield, of course, because all these drivers have done so much this season. And remember too, Jacob, we do have a few of these drivers that are in the championship hunt that are back here at the moment. And it gives us a chance to have a look at that while we actually probably very soon will switch back over to the leaders, because Patrick is about, give or take, 2010, very, very close at the moment to Peyton. Nothing's brewing up at the moment. Switching back to the race leaders. Peyton Hubbard still leading there, and Patrick is foaming at the mouth to get the lead. And there's a lap truck at the road too, Jacob.
Absolutely. I mean, Patrick better watch his back door right now, because here comes Jeremy Gardner trying to put the pressure and trying to see if he can get to second. But Peyton Hubbard's really just starting to try to, I guess you could say, lights out and try to check out right now. Here comes Gardner down on the inside in the number 42. Gardner trying to hold his ground down there on the bottom side. Dravic up top, Gardner down on the inside. Hell of a race for second. Check out right behind him, the man who is really on a mission right now is Keith Haiti. Like we said, 21st up to 4th. Dravic and Gardner better watch the back door right now, baby, because I'm telling you, this Keith Haiti, he is turning some heads here in Goat Locker. His caution is out. Somebody got turned around, and that is the 22 of Kyle Plumstead. He gets tagged and gets sent around, and oh boy. Right. Oh, boy. As Wesley Outland would say, Dean, oh, my. We got something really brewing right here. We may have some beef right here, Dean.
Mamma mia. Mamma mia.
Yeah, mamma mia. Yeah, absolutely.
Mamma mia. Don't turn my truck. Don't turn my truck. Yes, it was Kyle, unfortunately. Now, that's two. So the T word is now banned, and the C word is now banned. So let's see how you can go for an improv exercise, not using any of those letters at the start of a sentence. Let's find out what's happened here, my friend.
I'll say this right here. You ain't got to worry about the B word, because we got beef right here, I believe. Johnny Cofield dives down, tried to jump down to the inside, try to get on the door, I guess you could say, of Plumstead. Got him in the right rear and just sent him around. As you'll see it once again, Cofield up top. Plumstead down there, and then, wow. That looks like that is beef right there, Dean, because it's like he just hooked a hard left and just set him straight up into the wall. That's exactly what that looked like. Is everybody going down, getting 4 fresh tires right here. Peyton Hubbard trying to lead them all down. We'll see if Gardner was electing to not be sideways this time in his pit box. Looked like Dravic a little bit sideways, but looks like Hubbard, if he can get in and get out cleanly, the man that started on the outside of the front row, Peyton Hubbard, may end up getting him some right here and being able to get the lead. He will get that lead, and it is literally a photo finish. They were driving through one another. Looks like Dravic is going to get that second spot. Gardner will get third. Haney's going to come off 4th, and I believe that is Craig Bontrager who's going to come off. No, Brandon Wallace. 99 throwing a little strategy out there. He's going to come out 5th off of pit road, folks. We're going to take another quick commercial break. And we see some stuff out there in the live chat. Obviously, the red car for Cruising Classics. Light it up out there in the chat what you think it is. And also some of you asking for my number on Mondays. We'll get to that right here after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Folks, we're back here with Goat Locker. Also, we really want to, real quick, let you know, Logan Sturgeon, Jeremiah Holt, they did not pit right here, so they are going to be out front. And obviously, Brandon Wallace confirmed in the live chat, 2, baby. So he took 2 tires. And Ray, to answer your question, number on Monday nights is 57, 5-7. Obviously, with 57, with a lot of the social media channels that I have. But we're getting ready to go back green. Logan Sturgeon, he gasses up. Green flag is in the air. Jeremiah Holt on the outside, and decided he is getting freight trade big time right now. Check it out, Big Fish Barbecue right there on the back door of Logan Sturgeon. How about that right there? He is up front, and looks like he is fixing to get bypassed right here. Hubbard sends it down the inside. Here comes Dravic. Dravic's going to send it on the inside. Gardner seeing if he can send it down on the inside. Literally a freight train right now, but Dravic gets sideways, damn near loses it. Gardner had to get out of the gas, almost turned him, but now Dravic's going to dive it down to the inside.
Oh.
He's going to try to get there. Whoa, big checkup. Gardner back got tagged by Haney.
Yeah, because Logan at the moment there, Jacob, remember, he stayed out. He's on some really old boots. He's currently running in P3 at the moment. He boxed back at lap 28. So we know he doesn't have the tyres to perform, but he's trying to hang in there, probably perhaps praying for a caution as Keith Hanley's going to take up the inside. You can easily go up on the inside, can't you, Jacob? Because you know the tyres have the grip, they have the level, they can get the job done. And that's what it is. And I think at the moment, Logan's just hanging in there for a bit of track position. See how it's all going to pan out later on. Why not? Got nothing to lose. Peyton back in the lead, and Patrick back in P2.
And Gardner's still sitting in third. Haney in fourth, trying to hold on to what they got. Obviously, Haney trying to make it up there into the top 3. There is your man with the strategy right here. Brandon Wallace took 2 tires. See if it starts to, I guess you could say, play out for him. Obviously, as Ray Ellenson put out there, the crash dummy of the 99. Wallace has been caught up in a couple of accidents here tonight, but still trying to make whatever strategy he can to get it up in the top 10 or maybe even the top 5, or hell, end up trying to win it here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. Lap 64, fixing to go in the books of 115. So we are past the halfway portion of the race. You see George Jewell right here trying to move himself up into the top 5.
Yeah.
Logan Sturgeon, old tires, baby.
Big trouble.
It ain't looking good for that 26 right now. Logan, I mean, hell of a way to get some TV time, especially for Big Fish Barbecue right there, Dean. But them tires, they are getting cooked right now as Bontrager and Logan Sturgeon. I believe there might have been some door banging right there. Yes, there was, right in the middle of 1 and 2. Bontrager able to get by. Here comes Sturgeon. Sturgeon sends it hard on the inside. Sturgeon and Bontrager at Milwaukee.
That's bold and brave, isn't it? Considering he doesn't have the boots to make for walking, of course, Logan. You got to remember, that's him at the moment. I'm going to show you the little battle box screen. He, as you can see, boxed back on lap 28. He went pit load back 28. Everybody else has been back in there in lap 57 signing autographs. And at the moment, you're Brandon Wallace. You'd like, I'm going to get past him, but he'll go on the outside to be very careful because he's going to slide into that fence area as well, too, because the tyres aren't good. This is where it becomes very difficult for these drivers to navigate Logan, who's doing a fantastic job, but I have to say, mind you, on those old boots. But at the same time, it's costing these other drivers time, isn't it? Because they want to be up there. They want to be battling George Jewell. They want to be battling Keith. They want to be all the way up there, even trying to bring it to the double Ps of Peyton and Patrick leading this race.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I believe it is right there. But, you know, as well as I do, Dean, I mean, with that old school mentality, which, whoa, 3 wide back here. Rusty Rafferty down to the bottom side. Wilms up top. I believe that was the 73. I believe that is Jeremiah Holt right there, showing 23. But wow, big time moving. And now they're fixing to go 3 wide once again. 29 of Mike George back here. He's in the middle of this battle, as well as Timothy Jones. I mean, I'll tell you that. I mean, I'll tell you this much, Dean. You want to get some TV time, be up front. You want to get some more TV time? Do that right there. Go 3 wide at Milwaukee. I will guarantee you we will put you on TV.
Yep, I think you're right, that one. Hopefully not in a replay of a crash scenario there, Jacob, but good driving. So, and we saw that last night as well too, Jacob. Very good door banging. Not a lot of door banging, actually, but wheel-to-wheel racing, which is absolutely fantastic as we go further back up the field here. As Logan still holding in tight at the moment. Remember, he was leading this race a few laps earlier. He's dropping a little bit, like a 1929 stock exchange, no doubt, at the moment to the tyres, but he's holding in tight. He's just praying for another safety car to come out a little bit later so he can gas it up, perhaps with that strategy that he's doing currently at the moment around as there's your hornet's nest still brewing. I'm getting stung, Jacob. Ouch. Ouch. These hornets are everywhere.
What stock exchange? That kind of threw me off. Oh, Lord. Some kind of stock exchange, whichever one went down the toilet. But here we go. We're seeing a couple of guys like Brandon Wallace in the 99. He is going down pit road. So something amiss on Brandon Wallace, and yeah, I believe he just parked it right there. So Brandon Wallace, he's back in the pitch right there. So something amiss.
He's
with the
signing
99.
Ray's autograph.
Brandon Wallace, yeah, I believe that's exactly what he's doing. He's signing some autographs. I think he's called it a night. He's going to sign some autographs, get him some cold beer, and he's going to call it a night for the 99 of Brandon Wallace. A couple of these other drivers out here still making ground, Dean. I mean, you know, you see these battles back here. Rusty Rafferty, Timothy Wilms, 11th and 12th, respectively. James Kaufman sitting up there in 10th. All this battling that these guys are putting on, literally putting on a hell of a show for the fans. This is a battle to try to get inside the top 10, which is pretty big as well. And obviously with the points and everything that they got going on here for the summer series, top 10s matter. And these guys are driving like it is the last lap, trying to go for the win, even though it's for 10th. I mean, hell, it's a top 10.
Oh, the worst place to have a blink as well, too, is we're on board with Rafferty. And that was Timothy Whelms. And oh, that's probably caused the contact, Jacob.
Wow.
We saw that live on the pitches. No caution, no caution. And that's very unfortunate. No fault to Timothy because there's nothing he can do. He's not blinking his eyes, as you know. But that just, I was on board. You saw Rusty. It was like, it's so scary, isn't it? You're up against a fence. There's a driver. Green, green, green. Good job to both the drivers, actually, for awareness 101. Thank you. Yeah, you can be my Uber driver any day on the Los Angeles highway if you're going to have response times like that. Wow.
Yeah, it was a hell of a response time. I think it might have threw off Mike George. He was the other driver, your Big Fish Barbecue Pole Award winner. Mike George kind of got involved in that as well. I think he just couldn't see what was going on. Hollifield hit the concrete barrels, I guess you could say. So Hollifield, he's got no front end. Looks like he may be done for the evening as well. We'll go back up here with this battle up here with Chance Taylor trying to see if he can hold off Jamie Mullins. The battle right in front of him is Bontrager and George Joel. Joel trying to hold on inside the top 5. Bontrager trying to see if he can get himself inside the top 5. So pretty big battle going on right there. The 36 and the 49 respectively. You see Bontrager back there riding on board with George Joel. And you also see the battle back there with Chance Taylor and Jamie Mullins not too far back. Mullins able to get to the inside. And Chance Taylor, looks like Chance Taylor probably just going to go ahead, pull over to the side, and just let him go.
Why not? At the moment, he's probably thinking strategy too, because we still have 41 to go there, Jacob, so you got to bring it. Strategy at the moment may be the fact of these two. So Peyton's just always up the road, my friend. He's 1.6 and change. Maybe this is a call-up, isn't it, for the likes of Jeremy Gardner and who's saying, Patrick, you're too slow, my friend. You're letting this guy get away. Come on, get on loud pedal, or I'm going to do something about it.
Yeah, big time battle right here. Here comes Gardner down to the inside. He is going to take that second spot from the owner of Goat Locker, Mr. Patrick Dravick. So Patrick's going to go back to third. Gardner is going to go up to second.
Patrick's
I'll say this,
Keith
he
too.
has got, yeah, I mean, there you see, Keith Haiti back there trying to get going. But the big question is there enough time? Because obviously Gardner has gotten around second place of those 7 of Patrick Dravick. But up front, Peyton Hubbard is long gone. 2 seconds to the tee at the line. Peyton Hubbard has a lead on this field right here. But now Gardner is starting to gap himself from Patrick Dravick right here. We may start seeing a little bit of last life, I guess you could say, out of Gardner. Like I said, trying to ride that hot streak on the win streak here on the Thursday night series. Check this out right here. This is on board with Jeremy Gardner right there. You get to see the whole aspect. Check it out. You got the gears down here in the bottom right. Watch this right here. Watch Gardner in fourth. We'll see if he does elect to go down to third gear. I was talking about that money shift. It looks like Gardner's not doing it. Some drivers will do that. Some drivers will go down into that third gear, try to do that money shift. But he's not doing that. He's not doing it. He's keeping it in that fourth gear and keeping it that way, trying to keep it down the bottom side. But I'll say this, he's going to have to find something else. Check him out right there. Literally got the damn wheel straight coming off of the corner and literally dirt tracking it coming off of turn 4.
I was going to say, give him another lap or so, because he did have a bit of a fence slapper on that one before there, so he may have compromised that next lap. But you see, he's sticking with the 4th. You can see on the bottom right-hand quarter, 127.30. Let's see what the overall top speed will be. Gets up to about 148, I think, there, Jacob. So he is quicker, because Peyton Hubbard's last top speed was 144, so he's about 4 miles per hour. I was going to say kilometers, but miles per hour faster. But he's got to chip away, doesn't he? Because that's a 2.61 second gap, which on a short track is massive, Jacob. We'll go back to the battle, of course, brewing between Keith now on the back of the Goat Locker Racing legend himself, the owner, Patrick Trebek.
Yeah, I mean, Haney was able to get down to the inside. He's going to try to take another shot. He's going to get a run off of turn 2. Haney into 67. Drabick in the 07. Here comes Haney down to the inside, trying to put pressure on Drabick. Drabick up top, Haney down the inside. Both of them trying to hold on. Drabick gets loose. Keith Haney into 67 will go to the 3rd spot. He'll say, thank you very much, Patrick. I'll take 3rd. And that's exactly what he's got. Now he's going to see if he can try to claw his way up here, get to Jeremy Gardner, which the gap has more or less stalled out. I mean, it went down to 2.6, then it went back to 2.4. So right now it's kind of Gardner and Hubbard flip-flopping back and forth between their lap times. You go back here, you see Bontrager still trying to reel in George Jewell for that top 5 spot. So a lot of big battles going on, I guess you could say. You got your battles of if Gardner's going to be able to catch Hubbard. You got Haney seeing if he can try to catch Gardner for second. You got this battle back here, Bontrager trying to get a hold of Joey. May get it right here off of turn 2. If he can get that run, we'll see if Bontrager can do it. Side by side, door to door for that 5th spot. And, I mean, just battles all over the place, really. That's why we love Goat Locker. Just so much good battling.
Staying on the high line at the moment, you can see Craig is on the inside line, and the outside there, George Jewell, and Hez is out there shouting out as much as possible. Craig might have the little edge he can peek, and there he goes. Lifts the truck up in front there. Is going to compromise. So he's sticking to the inside apron there. How much more damage is that kind to your tires there, my friend? Or is it painful to your tires, and what can George Jewell do to respond?
I mean, it can be painful up there on that top side. I mean, it really depends on, how far you've been driving it in, how much throttle that you're putting on the truck, and just, it's how much that you're burning up them rear tires. You see Bontrager, I mean, he's lighting them suckers up right now, literally dirt tracking coming off of turn number 4. Dean, it would be awesome for them to put dirt here at Milwaukee. Now, I may get the Ellensons a little bit pissed off on that, but I would love to see them put dirt here at the Milwaukee Mile and have dirt cars run here. That would be awesome to see. Is there you see Kyle Plumstead.
Didn't make it, mate.
He's going down pit road. May have hit the barrels right there. Them barrels have took a damn beat
big
here tonight.
slide from Craig. That's going to put the pressure back on Joe. Just to cut you off there, sorry about that one. I think Ray is going to tune out at the moment because there's a big thunderstorm actually currently at the moment in the great state of Milwaukee. So I'm not quite sure. We're at obviously the daytime at the moment. So please be safe and take care of yourselves. Of course, the thunderstorms, I'm so used to them in Panama all the time. I had about 3 or 4 of them this afternoon actually. But yep, take it easy. Hopefully you'll be able to continue to watch it later on. At the moment, you saw Kyle Plumstead plumbing his way, sorry Kyle, into the vets. I was going to say that earlier, Jacob. It's been very, very tricky, that pit lane entrance, of course, because they lose it on turn 4 and then they plow straight into that pit lane entrance.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's the tough part right there. I mean, that's exactly what we've been seeing here tonight. We're seeing a hell of a battle right here with the 41. Rusty Rafferty trying to get him some right now. Timothy Williams. This is the battle for the 11th spot right here, trying to get him some. Actually, that's Timothy Jones in the 95.
Cut up to the lead, my friend.
Sorry. Mixed on that one is here we go. Battle for second. Haney has caught Jeremy Gardner. Gardner has slipped back into the clutches of that 67. Now Haney down to the inside, trying to get there. Gardner's going to get the run. But I'll say this, Keith Haney is making his presence known here tonight at Milwaukee. Keith Haney trying to go for second on the hot streak. Big Daddy Jeremy Gardner here at Milwaukee.
He's gained 18 positions there, Jacob. That's practically most of the field. Can remember a few drivers haven't started. And here he goes. Sends it up the inside at the moment. He says, remember me, Jeremy? Jeremy, we all know Jeremy, of course. And the number 42 machine there, the Premier setups, trying his absolute best to do his best there. Keeps on the inside apron. What do you do there, Jacob?
Hold on and pray right there. That's exactly what you got to do right there. You got to be able to try to hold on and try to be able to fight him off. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Haney down to the inside. He is going to get clear of Jeremy Garner. Peyton Hubbard is gone. We'll just go ahead and call it like that, folks. He is 3.3 seconds ahead of this battle for second place. I mean, unless a caution comes out or unless Hubbard screws it up, Peyton Hubbard's got this sucker in the bag. And Haney, if he doesn't screw up, he's going to have second. Gardner is sitting in third. Dravik sitting in fourth. Dean, I got a feeling, like I said, if a caution doesn't come out right now or anytime soon, I think what we're seeing right now, I think this is pretty much how they're going to finish.
Do you reckon with 26 to go there, Jacob, they're going to have enough gasoline? Or, I mean, tires, of course, you can take them to the end. But do they have enough gas? Or what we like to call in Australia and the UK, petrol?
I believe they will be able to have enough of gas, Dean, according to how everything looks right here. I mean, they can go, give or take, around 70 to 75 laps, somewhere in that range, on a tank of gas. So, yeah, I mean, no question. I believe they're going to be able to pull this off 9 ways to Sunday. It's just going to be about the tires, if they've got enough tires to be able to make it. But I'll say this, if you ain't even thought about pitting by this point, you ain't pitting. You're going to ride it out. You're just going to try to see how far you can make it and hopefully haven't burnt them rear tires up so much to where the back end starts to slide and then you're straight up gone right there. Actually, we may have a little bit of beef out there in the live chat right now. Jake Ellenson between me and him right now. Dirt in the Milwaukee Mile. Those are fighting words. Well, Jake, I'm sorry, buddy, but I mean, it would be cool. It really would be cool to see that right there, especially how wide this place is, how flat it is. Yeah. It'd be cool to see some dirt late models run around here.
Look, I'll tell you what, you can have beef with me all day long, everybody, because I think in the virtual world and iRacing, we paid for these tracks, we paid for these cars. I paid for about $3,000 worth of iRacing. I've never done a single lap in my life of a car or truck or anything. And I want to be able to have the ability to put anything on anywhere, anytime I want. Any car, any track, anything, change it around. That's a virtual world. We have the opportunity to do that. Now, whether or not you want to do that in the real life, probably absolutely not. But we could do it in the virtual world. Why not have some fun? Anything like that. So that's all I say. Why not? Go for it. I'm paying for it. I paid for the track. I paid for the cars. I should have the right to change anything around.
Oh, Lord, now we got beef with
iRacing.
Biggles has got beef now.
iRacing.
We got beef
I want
with
wet
iRacing.
weather right now. Give me wet weather, iRacing. Come on, I pay for that too. Let's go.
Well, they got wet weather racing in here. They do, but they got it on road courses. So.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. We're not on this track, my friend. Let's throw some bloody wets on these trucks and let's go racing. But
there's going to be so many people mad at us right now live on the Nazareth 360 Racing
it's a
Network.
choice.
See a little battle
you don't do
right
it during
here.
league racing, of course, unless you really want. But why not, just for fun? Here we go. Door banging.
Big battle right here. Your pole sitter, the Big Fish Barbecue Pole Award winner, Mike George, trying to see if he can advance up into the 11th spot. Looks like he's going to be able to do it. Right behind that logo is the battle, and George is going to go to the 11th spot, but it's not over yet. Timothy Jones trying to see if he can jump down to the inside in that 95, try to reel him in and get back to that 11th spot. Timothy Jones, pretty good drive for him, up 5 spots, started 17th, up to 12th. There you see Rusty Rafferty right behind him, up 2 spots as well, started 15th, up to 13th as well. So good little battle right here for the 11th spot between Mike George, Timothy Jones, and Rusty Rafferty right here. All of them basically in a wad right here, just trying to get it going. Obviously, Matt Knight's back there as well, sitting in the 15th spot. He's trying to get him some as well. But I'm watching this lead up here, Dean. I'm watching this lead between Haney and Hubbard. And this lead, from what I was seeing a while ago, it is starting to shrink a little bit. It is starting to shrink. As you see Rafferty right here still battling with Timothy Jones. But that lead between Haney and Hubbard, it's shrinking. Not by much, but it is shrinking. You got a 10th off of Hubbard right there. I just don't know if he's going to have enough time, though. I mean, Haney's catching him. I just don't think he's got enough time
Well, 19 to go. Good on you to keep an eye on that one there, Jacob, because I'm trying to keep an eye on this battle as well. And mind you, I just flipped the kangaroo on the Barbie, right? So your turn to flip it next, right? We'll give it 3 laps and then flip, right? 3 lap flips. Oh, we don't have a chance there. We have a caution.
Oh, man, and that's just
Mark?
going to really, wow.
Uh-oh.
Mark Hollifield in the 76 brings out the caution. And Dean, I've said it before, I'll say it again.
Oh.
That changes everything.
Yeah, and that's usually that's a little bit before out of turn 4, isn't it? Most of the drivers, unfortunately, have bended into the water barriers that you saw before, Jacob. But unfortunately, Mark didn't quite make it to that one around. And that is definitely going to spice and dice things at the moment. That's got to be pit road material, isn't it? I mean, but how many tires do they have left, Jacob?
Well, if you're keeping count, I haven't really been keeping count, to be honest with you, Dean, because I think there's a couple of them that might have pitted twice right here, at least 3 times. I believe everybody's pitted at least 3 times, so this twice. So they got 2 more sets. And obviously everybody thinks, well, screw it. We got plenty of tires. Let's go ahead and burn some right here. And everybody goes down pit road. Haney just trying to, like I said, pull a miracle. Start dead last. Drive through 20 drivers and make it all the way up to the front. Haney trying to see if he can beat out Peyton Hubbard. Haney has pulled out of his box 4 fresh tires. Fills it up full of fuel. Haney trying to beat Hubbard off of pit road. He may be able to do it. No! Peyton Hubbard is going to come off of pit road in P1. Haney will come off second. Gardner will get third. I believe Patrick Dravick got 4th. And Montrager will come off 5th. So big deal right there for that. This is going to be a hell of a restart right here, folks. Folks, we're going to take one more quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll bring you right back for the finish here at the Milwaukee Mile. You're watching Goat Locker here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Folks, we're back here at the Milwaukee Mile. We're going to go ahead and bring up the man that is at the front right now, which is Peyton Hubbard. Peyton, this is the Redneck Announcer Jake Reeves and D. Biggles up here in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Peyton, I'm telling you, buddy, I mean, you've literally been lights out from the start of the race. But now, obviously, you had to fend off Gardner. You had to fend off Dravick. Now you got a new player. You got Keith Haney up there. How you going to be able to hold them all at bay?
I don't know. I guess we're just going to see how it kind of goes out here. Hold on one second. I'm going top. And then, just try to hold them off. I mean, it's fresh tires. They got a 15-lap shootout. Hopefully no cautions. And we'll be good. But restarts have been good, and everything else is going to plan. So hopefully nothing gets spoiled here.
And Peyton, real quick, I know y'all are getting ready to go back, but real quick, we've seen a lot of guys get loose coming off of turn number 4. Do you think that's a throttle issue, or do you think maybe it's the track temp, or what are you thinking?
It's a little bit of both. Mostly throttle, though, I think. But yeah, it gets everybody. 3 and 4 is definitely going to be the test.
We'll see what happens. Peyton, appreciate your time and good luck, bud.
Thank you.
That was Peyton Hubbard. Going to send him back down there to the Bandits Motorsports chat. One thing about this right here, where's the 24 at? Where's he at? Where's the man that is flip-flopped, I guess you could say, from Jeremy Gardner? I haven't seen him out here this evening, but green flag is in the air. Talking about Andy Kurtz in the 24. I haven't seen Andy out here. Maybe he took the night off, but green flag is out. Hubbard gasses up from the top side, dives it down. Haney is in a hell of a battle. He's got Gardner, he's got Dravick, he's got George Jewell. He's got them all trying to get around him. And Hubbard is now starting to really drive for the race of his life, because now he's got more pressure on him right now, Dean, than he has all night long.
Germany, everybody, exactly at the moment. Patrick's up the road there. Keith and Peyton Hubbard's been leading this race for most of the time. He's pretty comfortable up the front. He's doing the job that he needs to do. You're talking about Andy. Andy, well, day late, dollar short. Very, very close. Missed it by little bit of that much last night there, Jacob. So we have a wreck at the back.
Big wreck at the back. Caution is out. Looking back here, Rusty Rafferty in the 41. And that pretty much tells it right
Three
there,
into
Dean.
one,
Hell, they were
Jacob.
going 3 wide into
Yeah.
turn 1. That never turns out too good. You'll see Rafferty up top, and woo, boy.
Cold tires, my friend. And yeah.
Dean, hell, there was door banging going on right there between him and Kaufman right there. Kaufman might have slid up, and then bam! Mark Hollifield, once again, driving straight into it. And 76, I'm telling you right now, I'd hate to see the repair bill on that
He's wrecked it.
76.
Yeah, he's wrecked his car so many times this season. I think both of these cars are losing the rear end of trucks at the moment. You look at it, really, isn't it? 25 and the 41. That's hard to say there, Jacob. But I'd say James Kaufman's probably lost a little bit more. A little blink up the road too. That's a tough one, as you know. And then that's one for the judges, my friend.
Yeah, damn, Dean, you called it. Both of them got loose going into the corner, and Kaufman tried to chase it back up the racetrack. Not to mention that Rafferty kind of pinched Kaufman down into Timothy Jones in the 95. So there was a lot of crap going on right there, Dean. There was a lot going on. Yeah, guys pinching one another, guys getting loose, guys trying to hold on to the trucks, trying to do all kinds of crazy stuff right there. So a lot going on right there that basically played in to both of those drivers, Rafferty and the other guy that ended up getting involved right there. So big deal right there for Rafferty and Kaufman. That was both of them getting involved right there. But, I mean, we're just getting closer and closer and closer to the end of it right here. You know Peyton Hubbard's got to be sitting there going, well, y'all just go clean right here for the next couple of laps. That way we can go ahead and get this sucker over with, because he's got to be worried about Haney. He didn't want to say it in the interview, but he's got to be worried about Keith Haney right behind him.
I think his race launches have been quite good for Peyton Hubbard. In fact, most drivers, you generally have that because you get that call in your ear to go green, milliseconds before the rest of it. But of course, Keith Hanley's 19 positions gained. Keith Hanley's smelling blood in the water here at the moment. And to answer your question there, Jacob, we need to get you on track there. Myself, no. Because I'm too cautious there, Jacob. That little incident that we had when we had 3 abreast? I would just back off at that point. I would just settle back there and see if we can do something under some hopefully green flag conditions. But I'm not one of those race drivers to say if gap car. I'm too cautious to say I'll play it out there and I'll let everybody wreck out and I'll just grab some points. But that's not up for these drivers at this late championship hunt, isn't it? Keith's got to do something soon. We know Peyton's probably going to get a good launch, right? And what Keith needs is green flag races. Otherwise, Peyton, if there's more cautions, Peyton's been like, I'm just going to sail this one across the line. I'm sure Peyton doesn't want it either, does he? He wants to win it wheel to wheel, racing to racing on the penultimate race of the Summer Series.
You trying to change the subject here, Dean. We got to get you a steering wheel, get you a rig. We got to get you
I got
lined
no time
up
for that,
right
Jacob.
here. We
I got to push
do
the
it.
buttons, my friend.
Oh, hell, we'll find somebody to push the buttons. I want to see you do
I'm too old
it.
to race. I can't do that anymore.
I want to see it done. I really want to see it done. And folks, real quick, obviously, the podcast that I have on Spotify and Apple Podcast, last week's episode, we had the Australian, your producer here tonight for the NASRA 360 Racing Network. We had Dean Hopton. We had Biggles on the show. Got a new one coming out later on this evening. Should be ready in the morning for your listening pleasure for going to work on Friday mornings or whatever you got going on Friday mornings. So should have that up later on this evening, probably right after we get done with Goat Locker right here. So if you have not yet on that, follow all that good stuff going on with the Redneck Announcer on the Door Bank and download on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And also, if you haven't done it yet, like and subscribe and share it all your friends, the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Let them know what's going down in virtual Milwaukee Mile. Green flag in the air. Hubbard gasses up, and he is gone once again. And now Patrick Dravick trying to get going. George Jewell. George Jewell goes around, but saves the truck. Hell of a save by the 36. Everybody's going to be going by George Jewell. Hate to see it for old George Jewell. He started 5th, and he is going to go all the way back there to where Rusty Rafferty and Kaufman was. And he's literally going to go all the way from 5th all the way to 16th. This Bontrager gets loose off 4, caution out.
Yep. Almost another great save there from Craig. Couldn't quite do it. And now, I'm not quite sure Dindy's truck up too much there, Jacob. However, we're going to get another caution, which is going to play exactly into Hubbard's hands again. It's going to be like, all right, I got another couple of cautions under my belt, and he just has to do the same thing over and over again. It's unfortunate for the rest of the field that really want to battle him. Let's go back to George Jewell really quickly on that replay, my friend, because that was a save of saves, wasn't it, George Jewell? Ooh. Unfortunately, dropped some places, but I wish you can get points for the saves of saves, isn't it, sometimes in this series? Because that should be awarded at least 1 or 2 points for that great save. And not wrecking anybody.
Yeah, he made a hell of a save, really. I mean, and you can't really fault him. Can't really fault Jeremy Gardner, neither one of them right there. I mean, I was looking back on it. And, you know, Joel sends it in right there. He kind of really wasn't expecting Gardner to jump down across his nose. And it's just a bad beat right there. But you see Bontrager right here. This is why the caution come out. It was Bontrager coming off of turn 4. You see him up top trying to get to Jeremy Gardner. See what happened to Bontrager right here. Once again, Dean. Once again, turn 4 claims another victim. And unfortunately, it's the 49 of Craig Bontrager. Just gets loose coming off of turn 4 and sends it straight around. But it's like you said, Dean, this is prime right here for Peyton Hubbard because he's been lights out here on these restarts. You know he wants to go ahead and get it over with, get the race done, and not have to worry about nothing. But I will say this. I mean, this is lined up perfect for him. What a shout out to Ray because this, I don't know if you just saw this right here. Yeah. We should have a ladies race for Goat Locker.
Yes, Ray, 100%.
Patrick Dravick, if you are listed, we want this.
I'll tell you
we
what,
want this.
This has happened before in another league, okay, in the European times, but they did it for a charity cause. And what they had was like sons, daughters, anybody that gets behind the racing rigs, generally the blokes, let's say, in the racing rigs. They got the wives in the racing rigs, they got the children in the racing rigs, the cats, the dogs, and everybody, and they did it for a charity race, so it was a lot of fun. We could organize that, of course, and once again, I do support the fact that it's a charity. We get everybody behind it. We get donations that everybody can throw in there while we broadcast it. I know for a fact that, Jacob, I would do it, free of charge and all that sort of stuff because it's a charity event. It's so much fun because you get to see everybody get involved and let's get behind it. So, yep, Goat Locker, Nazra, I'm sure get that one. And Jacob, just to say this, at the moment, I think Peyton Hubbard, we have to check his trunk at the back of his truck later on because I think he's got a ton of bananas in there because he's throwing them all down turn 4, isn't he?
I think he's doing that pretty good right
Donkey
there, honestly.
Konging
I think he's trying to, absolutely. Super Mario Kart. That'd be, I think that's a lot to do with it right there. You see 4 laps to go, they just took the line. And, we were talking about the ladies' night or the ladies' race for Goat Locker. I mean, hell, throw my wife into it. Let her get in the rig. We'll figure it out now.
Than you, Jacob.
Which now I will say this. I mean, you'd have to have unlimited fast repairs.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, we got to throw that out there. It's a charity deal. We're not worried for points or nothing like that. We could Dean, this is giving me a hell of an idea right here. I mean, well, actually, we'll give it to Ray. Well, Ray was the one that brought it up.
Ray, you're the organizer now, Ray. All right.
Ray's the organizer. We'll get it lined up. We may get rid of the buff.
You got the network already? We'll get it done, and let's get all the drivers involved.
I got a feeling we may can try to figure something out on that, and then, hey, why not, Dean? Me and you, we can broadcast it. I never thought I would broadcast my wife racing, so hell, that may end up being some cool stuff right there.
She'll
have
beef with you if you don't say the right kind words. No commentating curse on your wife, my friend. But guess what?
She already has.
4 to go, Jacob. Who wants it?
Let's see what happens. Obviously, Dravick wants it. Haiti wants it. Gardner wants it. But Hubbard has been lighting them up on the restarts. Here's the problem. Hubbard did not get the restart of a lifetime like he has been. Dravick right on his tailgate. Now Hubbard is going to get cleared. Dravick's going to go back to second. Haney, Gardner, both of them battling for that 3rd spot. 3 to go. Coming this time, 2 to go. Dravick is there, Dean, coming off of turn 4.
And Keith didn't get the launch he wanted as well, too, for the pig animal. Unfortunately, the other pig animal. Oh, Patrick might have a little bit of a swinner at the moment. Jeremy's going to put some pressure on. But those counters those TikTok there. And Barney's going to be waving that flag very, very soon until I say, Peyton, you got one to go, and that's what he needs to see at the moment. He's got a huge gap there, Jacob. I think it's all about P2 right now.
We'll see what happens. Gardner going to go down to the inside of Patrick Dravick. Now Gardner, Dravick, going for second. Hubbard trying to check out and pray, and no caution comes out on the speedway. Gardner gets sideways. Dravick gets sideways, but Barney waving the flag. No caution in the area, and we're going to have an official race. Hubbard trying to check out. Gardner down on the inside. Dravick trying to keep him up on that bottom side. And here comes Haiti. Haiti trying to get him some. Now Gardner, Dravick, the door bang coming off of turn 2. Gardner putting on a hell of a show, trying to at least get second here tonight as Haiti sends it in one last time. But your winner, the number 7 of Peyton Hubbard. He was able to outlast them here tonight, Dave. Peyton Hubbard gets the win at the Milwaukee Mile. Patrick Dravick's going to get second. Jeremy Gardner gets third. Keith Haiti fourth, and Jamie Mullins rounds out your top 5. What a race. Congratulations to Peyton Hubbard.
Peyton Hubbard licked the stamp and sent it, my friend. You have mailed it. It is done, dealed, and delivered there for the penultimate race of the Truck Series here, presented by Irrelevant. So if you want relevant and you want sound gear and you want to hear the victory lane of thousands of audience members as well as 20 plus people in the lovely network watching you spin the car around, you've done it. The number 7. You got the victory in the Milwaukee Mile.
Peyton Hubbard gets the win here tonight, burning it down on the front straightaway, and rightfully so. Earn the win here tonight. You check out the results. Peyton Hubbard will finish and get the win here tonight. Patrick Dravick second. Jeremy Gardner finished third. We'll talk to those drivers here in just a quick hot second. Keith Haiti, one spot short from the podium, but still a hell of a drive out of the Pink Animal Goat Locker in the 67, 21st starting spot. He finishes fourth here this evening. Jamie Mullins will end up finishing right where he started, right on par. Started fifth. He'll finish fifth. Chance Taylor, pretty good drive by that 14. Saw him sideways a couple of times here this evening, Dean. He started 14th. He's going to finish sixth. Logan Sturgeon, how about this right here? He stayed out earlier on in the race. Throw some kind of crazy strategy out there. It's going to pay off for him. He's going to get a top 10 out of this. Started 19th. He'll finish 7th. Then right behind him, you got Tyler Justice in the 33. Started 11th. He's going to finish 8th. Timothy Jones. Got some fans out there hollering for him. Jacob Linke out there, top 10. Tim, yes, sir. Timothy Jones started 17th. He's got to get 9th here tonight. And obviously, the Big Fish Barbecue Pole Award winner, Mike George, still rounds out the top 10. George Jewell, hate to see it for him. Got loose. A little bit of contact between him and Jeremy Gardner. Innocent contact, I might add. But George Jewell going to end up finishing 11th here tonight. Timothy Williams will get 12th. Craig Bontrager is going to get 13th with James Kaufman 14th. Matt Knight's 15th. Rusty Rafferty will get 16th. Mark Hollifield 17th. Kyle Plumstead 18th. Jeremiah Holt, Brandon Wallace, and Johnny Cofield, the 21 drivers that started here tonight. Justin Klein did not start the race. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Round up your podium finishers. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations. Made with love.
Folks, we're back here with the NRD Power post-race interviews here at the finish at the Milwaukee Mile. And folks, we're going to go ahead and start all the way from the top. Bring in your winner, Peyton Hubbard. Got it done here tonight. And Peyton, we talked to you mid-race. You sweated it out. You went through all the restarts. You finally got it done. Congratulations on the win. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, man, I've been looking forward to this one in IRP. IRP, really, I wanted more than this one. I like that track a little more, but I really like the short tracks with a lot of throttle time. It seemed to work a little bit better for me. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at that the last good bit that I've been racing. So a track like this, thanks to the Cofields for helping me kind of figure out the line to run during the race, the long run. That helped a whole lot. But really, just the all throttle time on this track plays to my advantage.
Absolutely. Peyton, we looked at, some drivers. I believe it was yours, or I'm not sure exactly whose it was, but we was on board with somebody. And, when I remember coming to Milwaukee Mile, because I haven't drove in such a long time, but obviously the trucks had a big update not too long ago. And I remember last time I was driving at the Milwaukee Mile, you would downshift into third to be able to get the truck rotate. But some drivers we was watching, they wasn't downshifting. They just keep it in the fourth gear. Was you downshifting at any point during the race, Peyton, or was it just keep it in fourth and just let her eat?
The only time I think I started downshifting was at the end of that really long run when Haney was gaining a little bit. I think I was running like 32 ones, and I started downshifting and braking a little harder. I think I knocked it down a couple tenths, but for the whole race, it was just staying fourth and stay on the new asphalt on the bottom. Just enter low, exit low, stay on that black spot, and it would save your tires. So that ended up being the most consistent way to do it, and it ended up working out for me.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've raced here in the trucks here at the Milwaukee Mile. But Peyton, congratulations on the win here tonight. And Peyton, before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout-outs that you want to thank for making the win possible here tonight?
Yeah, again, all the Bandits guys. It sucks Andy couldn't be here tonight. It would have been fun to have him up there too. Thanks to Jonathan Cofield and Mark for helping me a little bit with some tips and practice and getting that line down. And I like to thank Lincoln Tech, Invets, Relevant Sound, Jam Printing and Promotions, Cruising Classics, Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs, Veterans for Life Foundation, Right Now Roofing, Alexander PCs, SimMotion, Next Level Racing, iRacing, and Big Fish Barbecue. And I just want to say this has been a fun off-season thing to do with you guys. It's nice to run with a good group. I know I'm gonna miss tomorrow's race. So this is the last one. It's good to at least get a win in this one, but it's been really fun running with all you guys.
Peyton Hubbard gets the win here tonight at the Milwaukee Mile. Peyton, appreciate your time, buddy, and hopefully we'll see you down the road in Goat Locker. We hope, because I'll be honest with you, buddy, you always put on a hell of a show. But congratulations on the win.
Thank you, guys.
That was Peyton Hubbard here tonight. Gets the win in the number 7. And now we're going to go with the 07, which is the owner of Patrick Drabick and a future guest on the door banging download. I already talked to Pat about it. We're going to get him on the show here in the next couple of weeks. But Pat, hell of a race right there. Had a little racing going on right there with Gardner. But tell everybody about your race, because it was an awesome battle to watch you battle numerous guys. Haney, Gardner. Just so many battles that you had to go through here this evening.
Oh yeah, it was a whole lot of fun just watching the tailgate of the 7 truck all night long. Had an absolute blast doing that. But man, Peyton put on a hell of a race, put on a hell of a show, man. All the congrats in the world to him. I love coming to Milwaukee. I love the flatter tracks, and I was actually having a blast racing here tonight. Had some fun with Jeremy Gardner there for a little while. The long run, I just was terrible. Just ended up burning up the tires too much there. So the only shots I really had were in the short runs, and there was a whole heck of a lot of fun, man. Just racing with those guys all night long. Can't say thanks enough to those guys, man. It made it a ton of fun.
Absolutely, Patrick. And obviously, the summer season is coming to an end. Sad, but you know the old saying, all good things must come to an end. Is there any word of when Goat Locker is going to start back up for the winter series or the winter portion of the series. That way, some of the fans can try to get that all penciled down on their calendar or on their phone or whatever. Is any word got out for the next season for Goat Locker on Thursday nights?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we'll start. After this week finishes up, we're going to take a 3-week break. So the last week of August, the fall season will kick off, and it will kick off in the same format that the spring season did. So Tuesday nights will be the Right Now Roofing Xfinity Series. Wednesday evenings will be the Cruisin' Classics Next Gen Series. On Thursday evenings, we got the Veterans for Life ARCA, and then on Friday nights, we're not going to announce the new sponsor yet. But Friday nights we'll be back in the trucks again. But mark your calendars. That last week of August is when everything kicks off for the fall series.
It's going to be an absolute blast. Cannot wait to see y'all get down and dirty and get it going again. Well, Patrick Dravick ends up getting second here tonight. Pat, appreciate your time. And as always, here on the NRA Power post-race interviews, you got any sponsors? I know you got a lot of sponsors right there on that 07, but if you got any sponsors, any shout-outs that you want to thank, buddy?
Honestly, I mean, everybody over the course of the summer series and all these races have been giving a ton of love to our sponsors. So I'm not going to, go through all the sponsors and those types of things. We absolutely love having everybody on board, and I absolutely love each guy that comes into these races and does a post-race interview. Takes the time to actually know our sponsors and give them the credit that's due. The only thing that I want to say at this point in time, I really want to give a big shout out and thank you to my sugar bear, Jeremy Gardner. He is an extremely gentle lover, by the way. He's a great cuddler as well. And, as long as you keep him full of IPAs, man, he's just an animal. So I just want to give some love to my sugar bear there, and hope he has a really good night, and I'll see him soon.
Well, we're going to hear from him in a second. Wow.
I know.
Shaker.
Mercy. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. I have never heard that one on a post-race interview. That one will be on the door banging download. I can guarantee you that. But Patrick, appreciate your time, buddy. Thank you for everything with
sir.
Goat Locker and everything. Appreciate your time. Like I said, congratulations on that second place finish, and we'll see you next season, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That was Patrick Dravick, and now we're going to go to
Sugar Shaker.
Dean. Sugar Bear, Sugar Shaker, Big Daddy, hell, however you want to look at it. We got Jeremy Gardner in the 42 in the house. And Jeremy, first off, congratulations on the third place finish. And, we talked about the hot streak that you've been riding. Obviously, having a battle with Andy Kurtz numerous times and getting wins and wins and wins and wins. Third, I guess it kind of humbles you a little bit, I guess you can say, Jeremy, but tell us about your race, buddy.
Yeah, it definitely humbles you a little bit. Like I told Pat before the race, I lack it. Flat tracks, man. They're not my cup of tea. But coming into practice, I didn't think I was even going to finish where I finished. But I'll take a top 3 definitely. It helps me in the points. But overall, it was a fun night. Honestly, I expected a lot more cautions because that turn 4 you get loose off. So overall, man, I'm impressed with it. I about spun out a couple times, so that was a fun race. I had nothing. I had nothing for the leader. He, I had a feeling he was downshifting, and once I tried it, it was a little too late in the run. So I'll try to improve my flat track skills. They're just like I said, not my cup of tea.
And Dean, you were coming up with something right there. Dean, you got anything for Jeremy?
The Sugar Shaker, yeah. Well, Jeremy, you won last night, remember, as well, too, my friend. So, you didn't come in for an interview. So, what happened there? But, however,
I'm gonna blame you for that.
Just a little whiff of not winning that spoiler alert, of course, not winning that championship. But you seem to be the popular man in the crowd of this fantastic racing league of Goat Locker. So, what is your key to success of not only to be a very quick racing driver, but also be a popular racing driver amongst all your peers?
Well, I'm one of those guys, man. I learned from guys faster than me. I ran leagues with guys way faster than me, and that's how I got to where I am now. I got to learn each car. I learned each track, what line works, the tire model, this, that, and the other. Y'all have seen Mike George. He's been on here 4 months, and I've been working with him a lot. Once I get him down on the short run or the long runs, he's going to be an absolute animal, man. I don't know. I try to help everybody improve on here because, that's how I learned on here is people helping me. So I try to mentor as many people that struggle on here. So I mean, I feel like it's good karma for me. Just try to help the group. This is one big family. So anything I can do to help, I'm always here.
Jeremy Gardner ends up getting third here tonight. Sugar Bear, Sugar Shaker, Big Daddy, hell, however you want to look at it. He gets third here tonight, Jeremy. Appreciate your time. Congratulations on the third place finish. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout outs that you want to thank?
Yeah, shout out to Jamie and Sugar Bear Pat for putting on a great league every season. Lincoln Tech, NVETS, Relevant Sound, Jam Printing and Promotions, Cruising Classics, Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs. One of my sponsors, Veteran for Life Foundation, Right Now Roofing, Alexander PCs, Sim Motion, Next Level Racing, iRacing, Big Fish Barbecue. Of course, y'all guys for putting on the broadcast every week. We appreciate you. And gotta throw a big shout out to Premier Racing Setups. We put out the best setups on the server. Come check us out.
Jeremy Gardner gets third here tonight. Jeremy, appreciate your time, buddy. And we'll see you next season. I mean, are you running on the Thursday night series next season?
Yeah, I'll probably be there. I won't be there tomorrow for the final race. I will be headed to the beach, so I'm not gonna make it tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got your sunscreen, mate?
Um,
You're already
dog-
burning up the track. You don't want to be burning up your skin.
I don't care if they have a SPF 1000. I'm ginger dog. It's gonna burn me regardless.
Oh, wow. All right.
Oh, man. All right. Well, Jeremy, appreciate your time, buddy, and we'll see you next season.
Appreciate you guys.
And that was Jeremy Gardner, finished third here tonight on the NRA Power Post Race interviews here tonight at Milwaukee. Dean, final thoughts for Milwaukee and obviously for the summer season with Goat Locker. Final thoughts.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Obviously, the fantastic team, Patrick, and everybody behind the scenes, all the drivers, of course, all the fans out there. It's been so much fun, hasn't it, there, Jacob? Like, this is in all the broadcasting networks that I, commentate and broadcast for. This is the active, and it always comes down to the fans. I said this last night as well too. I love the family that get involved there. They all watch it. They interact as well too, because this is 2024. We're on a TV network where you shout at television and television doesn't shout back. We do talk back. We do listen. And we love listening to all the fans because they're behind the family and everybody that supports their drivers behind the scenes. And as you mentioned too, well, we heard from the drivers, they're not selfish, Jacob. They're out there to support the other drivers and make them better drivers, because the better the drivers they are, the better drivers they become, and so forth and so forth. So thank you. And it's been a fantastic season, Jacob. I'm always glad. Jacob's got to turn the roux too. Been cooking for 5 minutes, but yeah, it's been absolutely pleasure, and I hope that they're going to have us back, of course, to present the next season as well, Jacob.
Absolutely. It will be a blast. Hopefully we can come back on the Thursday night series. And I mean, folks, it's like I said, all good things must come to an end. iRacing, I guess you could say, Dean, they kind of screwed us from being able to do the very last race. So,
Are you kidding me?
it is what it is. It is what it is. We're not going to be able to do the IRP because of other broadcasting obligations, but still, this season, it's been one to remember. It's been very short, Dean. It really has. But this short summer season, we've learned with new faces. We've learned about Peyton Hubbard. We've learned about Keith Haney. We've learned about drivers, like Mike George. Jeremy Gardner talked about him just a second ago, and learning about some of these guys that we're going to see next season. And I got a feeling, I agree with Jeremy on this. We're probably going to see Mike George up there lighting it up. We're going to see Peyton Hubbard lighting it up, Haney lighting it up, all these guys, even Logan Sturgeon. All these guys that we see, I got a feeling we're going to see them coming in next season. And basically, long story short, kicking ass. And that's what we love to see here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. But, folks, that's going to do it for this broadcast here on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Appreciate the fans, each and every single one of you, for all that you do, coming in, supporting your favorite drivers, your family members, however you want to look at it. The drivers for everything that they do. Patrick Dravick for everything that they got going on at Goat Locker. We absolutely love to come in here on Thursday nights, and obviously all the sponsors right now, Roofing, Relevant for being the title sponsor for the Relevant Truck Series here with Goat Locker. I mean, just so many sponsors, really. I mean, there's so many of them. Veterans for Life, obviously one of the big sponsors that is near and dear to my heart as well. So, and obviously right there, the Big Fish Barbecue Pole Award winner, which was Mike George here tonight. So all the sponsors, folks, all the sponsors that make it go round, I guess you could say, Dean. And also shout out to Brayley Buff, Cody Knight at the Nazareth 360 Racing Network for each and everything that they do and allow us to come on Thursday nights and Friday nights all the way through the week on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network and be ourselves and entertain you, the fans. For the Australian, Dean Biggles, I am the redneck announcer, Jake Reeves. Say it as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast, and we'll see you around the corner next season for Goat Locker.